Good morning, mamas. I have been thinking a lot about self-care and, me time. And, we all know that we need me time. It's definitely one of those things I think that we've all talked about in the midst of just having those days. We need to get away, we need to walk away, we need to pray. But it was always, kind of whatever it is that helps us get out of that place falls under self-care. But I started thinking when, I could go to the spa one day, I could go for a walk, and then I come home and within 2 minutes, I'm right back to that place again where I feel short-tempered or short-patienced. And I began thinking about, why is that, and what's the difference between self-care and soul care? Because there's times when I feel like my soul has been filled and I come home and I interact well with my people for the rest of the day. But then there's those times where when I do more self-care, I come home and I'm right back to that impatient mom pretty quickly. So Brene Brown talks about play. Bear with me, I'm going to give you her definitions of play. Because usually when we think of play, in my mind, I think of soccer or playing the piano, which I don't do, or playing a musical instrument, or, playing board games with my kids, maybe going on a family bike ride, which a lot of those things to me are more learning, or I'm incredibly aware of how many rounds of Sorry or Candyland or Chutes and Ladders I've played, and I try to enjoy it, but I am ready for it to end, and I number how many games I will play. And then afterwards, my soul's not fed, but I know that, my children have been. So the way that she defines play is something that you're attracted to and you look forward to. Something where practicality is out the window. You're not accomplishing anything, and it's just not practical. You lose track of time and you don't want it to end. And your guard is down. You can completely be yourself. So when you look at those four things that she defines play with, none of the initial things that I thought were play really would be considered play. So I got to thinking, what is play for me? And when I really thought about what is play for me, these things that I'm going to mention, they also fill my soul. So an example would be watching The Greatest Showman with my 6-year-old. Every single song that comes on, you must get up and dance. Every song for the entire song. And I look like when he's, Mom, you want to watch I love watching The Greatest Showman with him. It is so much fun. I don't want it to end. It could be bedtime. And if he said, hey, Mom, you want to listen to Look Out 'Cause Here I Come? I'm in. I'll do it. I don't, and then we're, look out, 'cause here I come. We have so much fun, and my soul is full afterwards. Time with girlfriends. We don't have to necessarily be doing a Bible study, but if we just get together, I have a few girlfriends that I leave and my soul is so full. We lose track of time. We don't have an agenda like a Bible study. And then the other thing that I find I would call play for me is reading historical biblical fiction. I fully lose track of time. Every night I looked forward to it. I do have to watch setting expectation on being able to read a chapter a night, because there are those times where I could be a bad mom because I'm forcing it to happen and get there. But that feeds my soul. And so I started thinking about, why are some things soul-filling and other things not? We're taking me time, but it's not filling our soul. And so I started to think that, I think there's a huge difference between self-care and what I'm calling soul care. With self-care, the focus is me. With soul care, the focus is God. The purpose of self-care is to disconnect. The purpose for soul care would be to reconnect with God. The result for self care is completely external, right? I've gotten my nails done or I've worked out my body. The result of soul care is internal, an internal filling and reconnecting with God. So if we can recognize that there is a difference in how we choose our me time and what things can actually fill our soul and what things are just external. I know for me it's made a huge difference, and my intention in sharing with you is that maybe you could recognize ways that it can help you, and you can find things that fill your soul so that that you can just be the best God-breathed version of you and to carry out into the world. So thank you so much for taking the time. I hope you all have an amazing day.